Hello, Tim Fowers here. I wanted to explain a little bit about my game called Saboteur. It's an experiment, and it's a social game that is for 3 to 5 people, and it takes about 15 minutes to play. This is a hybrid game. It has both a digital app and a board. In the middle of the play area, you set up these 2 boards. One is a board of all the clues, the other one is a map of the ship. And this helps people plan their turns and helps share information. And there's a bunch of pieces that will show all the titles of all the passenger names and a bunch of X markers. And these can be used by the group however they like and are essential for sharing information. For the digital part of the game, you download and install the APK on an Android device, a phone, or a tablet. Only one device is necessary. When you're ready to start, launch the application on your Android device, and you start the game and you hit New Game, and you're brought to a passenger list. Passenger list is all the people that are going to play the game. So you go through and you put in all of their names. So hit all aboard when you're ready to go, and the device will call someone. It shows at the top whose turn is next. You hand the device to that person, and the first time they're going to create a PIN number that then they'll use every turn after that. In this game, you are all passengers on a boat. The boat is sinking. There's leaks springing up everywhere. And everyone has a different title. The billionaire, the captain, the mechanic, and you all have unique looks. But because the device is handed around, you don't know who is controlling who in the game, which is part of the mystery. So in the room, I can see who's in the room with me. I'm always in the upper left. I can see what I look like. But you can move rooms, you can search the room, you can see what clues you've collected, you can accuse other players, and we'll kind of go into these briefly. Go to the leave room screen. You can see the rooms adjacent to you. You can only go to the rooms adjacent to you. You can also see which rooms have people in them. You can see who's there, or you can see if there's a leak there. Because one of the main jobs of the civilians are to prevent leaks and to keep this boat afloat. So repairing leaks is important. And you might want to look suspiciously at the person that was, maybe in the room when there was a leak, because there is one person on the boat who is trying to sabotage it. So one of the players is secretly controlling a person that isn't trying to fix leaks. He's trying to make leaks. And he has a different set of skills. We'll go over those in a minute. So the job of the civilians is either to just fix the leaks and survive 7 rounds, and then they win, or they're trying to arrest the saboteur. And the saboteur has a different task ahead of him. He has to, cause problems and not draw too much attention to himself. So nobody knows who's controlling the saboteur, so the information that you receive from other players may or may not be true. The saboteur, when he is in a room, he can plant a bomb. The bomb will go off in 2 turns, and it will knock out everybody that is currently in that room. So that's a pretty sneaky thing to do. He can also knock out other players. And knocking out is a really interesting part of Saboteur, because the way that the device calls people, it's random. So everyone will get a turn, but it'll be randomized. If you're unconscious, the device just doesn't call you until you get woken up. Because the turns are random, you're not quite sure when you've missed a turn, and that's part of the fun of the game. If you think you're unconscious, tell them where you were so they can come wake you up, and then you'll start to get turns again. He can knock you out, he can plant bombs, and then if he's alone in a room, or if there's nobody conscious in the room with him, he can cause a leak. And that's going to help the ship sink. And so as a saboteur, sometimes your strategies go around and create lots of leaks, sometimes it's knock out lots of people, sometimes it's a mix of those. While you're doing that, you also have to be smooth and act like you're trying to fix things and help, fix the boat and not do suspicious things. If the civilians arrest the saboteur, they win. But there's 2 steps to arresting a saboteur. If you have to accuse them, and then a different person has to come and arrest that person. It takes teamwork to coordinate to arrest. The problem being, if you arrest the wrong person 3 times, then you lose. So you can't just kind of go around arresting everyone. As a good guy, as a civilian, you're going to want to search the room. And searching the room reveals clues. What happens is whenever the saboteur moves through rooms or plants a bomb or knocks someone out, they leave clues behind. And the clues actually give you information about what he doesn't look like. If you go and tap on My Clues after you found a clue, it'll show you, he's not wearing the top hat, or he's not wearing, he doesn't have this type of beard. Searching rooms also will reveal bombs. So you can catch a bomb before it's gone off, but then it takes a second action to defuse it. Now, one thing that's constraining all of these actions isn't just time. You have, like 30 seconds for your turn. But you also have only 3 actions. And moving rooms, fixing leaks, searching rooms, accusing people, they all take actions. You can look at your clues for free. Plan your actions effectively. Sometimes you get to a room and there's a leak, and you can't fix it because you're out of actions. So you want to tell other people, hey, there's a leak in this room, so they can fix it quickly, because you want to get on top of those leaks or you'll sink pretty quick. The one twist to everything is that you guys aren't the only people on the boat. There's 7 rooms on the boat, and there's always 7 passengers, but there's only 3 to 5 players. The other players are computer players, and they move around the boat, and they're not generally useful, but sometimes they'll wake you up or they'll find a bomb. So when you are looking at somebody else in a room, there might be another player, it might be a computer player, you don't know. And on top of all this, occasionally there's a slight chance that the saboteur is actually a computer player. Always be on the watch out for that, because sometimes you might actually all be cooperating and not know it. Try it out on an Android device. You can print out the boards to share information. You generally want to use those boards to share what clues you found, and you also want to kind of coordinate who you saw in what rooms. But always be careful about what you share, but it also makes you a target. The saboteur can use that information to find you, because there is a sneaky way he can win. If he can knock out all of the human players, then he wins. Hope you have fun and enjoy.